So we are here today with Natacha Nowak, environmental expert in all things sustainability, especially with the pharmaceutical sector. Now, if we're here today with Natacha, it's, because this is a conversation where we're going to talk about Natacha's journey from 2 years ago. Let's start off with some rapid fire questions. You ready? Okay. Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
You wouldn't have guessed it because she was one of the people who made sure we met in the boardroom, the group coaching sessions at 8 in the morning on Friday mornings.
Yes. So sometimes there is exception.
Natacha, what's a word colleagues use to describe you?
Determined.
What's the last thing that made you laugh at work?
A joke from a colleague.
What's the best piece of career advice you've ever received?
I think it's the one from one of my manager who told me, well, don't jump to the conclusion and made a step back and look of all the situation and ask questions to people to well understand a situation. And I think that this is very helpful because sometimes we are in the rush and we want to, that's the reality, that's the truth. But there is different perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it can obviously change or not.
Okay. One thing on your desk right now that tells a story.
For sure, I have always a cup of tea on my desk. And the story about that is that we can change our habits. It's possible because in previous year, I was like someone with who didn't drink enough. And now I have always a cup of tea with me. And now I need to refill it several times in the day.
Yes, absolutely. Staying hydrated is important. Finish this sentence. Most people don't know that
I'm able to sail.
Yes, that's true. I didn't know that. That's very cool.
So I don't have the license as a sailing is the passion of my father. I was surrounded about sailing during all my childhood. So I learned a lot and I'm pretty able to do a lot of different things
Very
on
cool.
a boat.
Sailing. Beautiful. Is there a story with your earrings?
Not especially stories, but what I like is that with short hair, you can play with a lot of different earrings.
Yes.
And they are more visible than when with short hair.
Yes, it's true.
It's
It's
pretty
true.
cool.
You're
It's
very
pretty
right.
cool.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. Now, Natacha, let's talk about your journey.
With pleasure.
You're an environmental expert in pharma, a highly technical role that requires not just expertise, but the ability to communicate complex information clearly. Let's dive into how you developed that confidence. First of all, why English at this point in your career?
Because I joined an American global company. And with the department, I had meetings with American colleagues, or I have also meetings or discussion with non-French speaker colleagues. So when we have to talk together, we use English. And when I joined the company, I didn't use English. I quickly understand that I have to solve this and to be able to speak in English with confidence and to connect with people, to influence and to inspire people. And I think this last one is the most important in the sustainability subject. We need, because data is one thing, but to move the needle with sustainability, we really need to inspire people. So we have to speak with our gut, our heart.
Show us how you got there. I remember as if it were yesterday when you first contacted me and you said, Leonilda, I need to speak English. At the beginning for you, it was about speaking English. Was there a specific meeting or presentation that made it obvious to you?
Mm. I have several situations where I understand that I have to do something. Meeting with my American colleagues.
Mhm.
And it was not only about to speak up, but to understand.
Mm.
Now I can say that I understand you pretty well. But I remember the first call we had, I was really in a panic mode and totally concentrate to catch every word I can understand
Mm.
to make the puzzle. And now it's no more the case. So it was a question of understand. So during the meeting, but also to connect with my English colleagues
Mm.
around coffee or for few subject informal discussion.
You joined the company and you spent quite some time without doing anything about it. You thought you could do it on your own. And then you quickly understood, okay, maybe I need help here. Okay. Right. What was at stake for you professionally in terms of the impact that you wanted to make? You say that with sustainability, it's super important to inspire. What was at stake?
To bring my stone, to be able to move the needle. So for that, you have to be a good speaker, because if you are not able to speak efficiently, cannot do anything.
Mm.
And you will stay in your little corner or at your desk. And to inspire people, you need to share your idea.
Absolutely. So here we have someone who is highly skilled in a technical profession and facing communication challenges. So you recognized that in order to move the needle, speaking to inspire was important. Now, let's go back. It's been 2 years. 2 years. Wow. And time flies when you're having fun, right?
Exactly.
And as you said at the beginning, after every session, whether it was with the coaching sessions with me or in the group implementations in the boardroom, it would take a lot of energy out of you, right? It was a lot of concentration to try and catch every single word. And I remember the challenge of, because one thing you must know about Natacha is she's a tough customer. She's a tough cookie. So in order to persuade her that the best thing is to understand the general knowledge rather than focusing on every single word. You remember those days, Natasha? I remember vividly. Wow. What things are you doing now that you couldn't do before?
Just this interview. It's a perfect example, because when I start the coaching with you, there is the obstacle of understand. But then there is the second part, and the second part is about speaking. And this one was another one because I was really in a panic mode where unable to breathe and with a shaky voice. So it was really painful for me to speak English. So this coaching really helped me to release all this stuff and to speak English confidently and have fun.
Wow.
And I really moved from avoiding English conversation to chase English conversation.
Yes. So
Because
before you avoided any contact with English.
for sure, sometimes you cannot,
No.
you can't avoid it. But when it was able, I have to confess, oh my goodness, instead of to go to speak with people, I will send an email because I will have the time to think about email, but communication by email or a conversation in person, it's really different.
Wow. Natasha, you touched on something that a lot of the listeners can relate to. When you say avoiding any contact or just really going to the email instead, where you have time to think and correct your mistakes and things. What did you have to put in place? What had to change with you? Take us there.
For sure, what helped me was my motivation and determination. So I know that I want to improve my English and to feel comfortable because it's not very cool to be at work and try to escape from a difficult situation.
It's
And
not sustainable.
it's not sustainable. It's not comfortable. And as in my mindset, I'm here to change business. I can't stay alone in my office.
Thank you very much. That's right. Right. So you have a goal that is beyond the language. And so you know that the language is going to take you there. It's an instrument. It's an accessory, like one of your earrings.
Yeah, it's
Right.
true. It's true.
I love that. Wow.
It was not a goal itself to speak English. It's a tool to reach my goal.
And did you know that from the beginning? Yes.
You mean the beginning when I joined the company?
When you joined company and then you joined the boardroom.
Okay. When I joined the company in pharmaceutical industry, we have a lot of procedure to read. So as I have previously said,
A little.
I have a lack of vocabulary. Even reading was a first step. So it's improved, but I know that really I was not very efficient to read. But when the meeting, it was obvious that I have something to do. And then what I know, it's I was looking for a coaching to speak, not about grammar or vocabulary, but just feel good in a meeting with an English speaker, English native speaker. And that's the reason I work with you, because the foundation of the coaching was about to speak. We don't learn grammatical rules nor vocabulary because by practicing English, we learn grammatical rule
That's right.
and also vocabulary.
That's right.
And in fact, with our first language, we don't start with grammar nor vocabulary.
Excellent point.
So what will be different with a second
Mm.
language?
Mm.
So it's really a question of to be surround about the language
Mm.
and try to connect with people and just dare to shoot some words in English and then see what will happen. And communication is between two people. So the people in front of you can help.
That's right.
And it's the way you can make progress because practice makes progress.
Yes, practice makes progress. Thank you so much for saying that. Wow, we've come a long way, Natasha. I'm so thrilled. You mentioned daring. Do you have specific examples of things that you dare to do now that you wouldn't have dreamt about before?
Now I'm able to run training module in English
Mm.
on my subject.
Mm.
So 2 years ago, it was impossible
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Just to say one sentence in English during a meeting was like a challenge for me. I prepare it before the meeting because I already know what will be the subject and what I have to say. So I write it down and I learn it by heart. I have the shaky voice and it was really painful.
To breathe, right? Yeah, I remember you saying that it felt like if you had a rock on your chest.
Exactly.
Wow, enormous.
And now you can assess how it works. And I hope that you can see that I feel at ease
Yeah,
and with
yeah,
a calm voice.
really, really. Wow. Now, Natasha, how has being able to run workshops and training modules on your specialty, your expertise, how has that opened doors for you professionally?
For sure, I'm more visible because I'm able to run a training model with employee, but I'm also now able to um, present during global meeting.
Mm, mm, mm,
I'm able to speak in English about sustainability with the town hall meeting in front of 100 employees. So I'm more visible and I'm also recognized as a sustainability specialist
mm,
in the company. People know who I am.
mm.
I'm the one who speak always about environment and sustainability. And it's the case not only with people on site, but with the executive team member. And that's important. So few weeks ago, some members of the executive committee came on site and one of them say, "Oh, Natasha, hello. Did you speak with XY about sustainability?" And I was, wow, amazing. I see her 1 year ago and she remembered that I'm the one about sustainability.
Wow. What does that tell you when you hear that?
That I was identified as a sustainability expert
Right,
and that she remember me.
right.
And as a result, I was able to ask a meeting with this person.
So it's like one thing leads to another and you become more and more daring. That's what I'm hearing.
Exactly. Step by step.
Step by step, right? What's one practice that you would recommend technical professionals like yourself working on their communication?
Well, I have several routines,
Tell us.
and depending of the moment, I skip from one to another, but it was here all along my journey. So I use a small app to practice good pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
So it only takes 5 minutes per day.
Okay.
And then I also chase my English speaker colleagues
Okay.
to have informal conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And it only starts with, hey, hello, how are you? And day after day, you can go deeper and deeper. Yes. I also plan some on a regular basis
Mm-hmm.
lunch with a English speaker just to practice
Okay.
in other scope that meeting.
Yes. Okay. Okay. And why do you do that? What does that allow?
Because it's simple. It's a way to connect with a person who speak English,
Yeah.
and it's a great way to improve and practice English.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And people are just here, so you don't have to go to another place to meet other people. These people are just here. So choose one or two colleagues and schedule on a regular basis lunch or coffee or something.
Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. Because you are very resourceful. Maybe it's your sustainability expertise that does that. I don't know. But in any case, I subscribe to it. I completely agree with you. We have so many resources, especially well in the Geneva area, but anywhere we are in the world now. There's so many resources out there. And what I like about your approach is using what's available right here, what's accessible, what's easy, what's can I implement immediately. So you speak about an app. I suppose that app is Blue
Blue.
Canoe,
Exactly.
right? For pronunciation. Absolutely. Lunch, coffee breaks, tea breaks, anything, an excuse. And I like how you say to chase. So no longer avoiding, but chasing English speaking opportunities. So good. So good. So is this something that you do consistently? Or are there other practices that you do, that you engage in consistently?
Well, then obviously I have the coaching
Yes.
with you to practice my listening skills.
Mm,
I also just listen to some podcasts on YouTube
mm.
when as I have to iron each week.
That's
So
right. That's right. Brilliant. Yeah, so
and
just easy
it's
practices. Easy practices. So you've built a lifestyle around English.
it's a question about motivation,
Yeah,
a strong motivation.
that's right. That's right. If I recall correctly, you switched your career. You
Yes.
stayed in pharmaceuticals, but you switched something. Could you tell the audience, our listeners, about that so that they can understand a little bit more about your motivation, that strong motivation that makes English an accessory, a tool,
So I'm biologist by training, and I worked during around 15 years in a cell biology lab as a scientific.
Mhm.
And in my personal life, I have more and more concern about environment. So I start to work on the amount of waste. So that was my square one about environment concern.
Mm.
And for the one who knows, in pharmaceutical industry, we love packaging, single use, and so on.
Yeah.
So at one moment, there is this fact that I have a personal life with value about environment
Mm.
and my professional life.
That's right.
And there is like a split, and it goes bigger and bigger.
There was a big gap.
So I take the decision to change. So I made a training to become an environment and sustainability specialist. So I keep my job, and during 2 years, I do this training
Mm.
with the objective to come back in the industry to move the needle
Mm.
about how the business is done
Mm.
and how to find way to make it more sustainable.
Yes.
And that is my strong conviction, and that the point of origin
Mhm.
of all my determination. And when I joined, I think even I have joined not American company. In the field of sustainability, you have to speak English.
Yes. You have to.
It's mandatory.
And a good thing it is, right? And a good thing it is because you, as a result, what benefits, personal benefits have you gained from expanding your language skills, your communication skills? What benefits have you reaped?
In another language, it's also another perspective that is really
Hmm.
interesting. And you also learn a lot about yourself. I start my coaching in English. I really want to be the same in French and in English. And it's take a long time to
Yeah.
understand that when you speak in another language,
Mhm.
you are a little bit different in terms of the tone, the space. But that's very interesting because it's another version of you.
Thank you. How exciting, right? Another version of ourselves. So what would be, some messages that you would have for our listeners in terms of communicating in a second language? What misconception would you challenge today for someone who's learning or reinforcing the language for career purposes?
You have just to dare, and it's not so difficult.
Mm, mm,
And step by step,
mm.
you will improve. And at one moment, you will look back and you will see how you have improved. 2 years ago, I will not think that I will run an interview with you in English, for example.
And here you are.
Exactly. So you don't know where it will bring you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Natasha, where can people connect with you to learn more about your work in environmental science and pharma?
Well, I'm on LinkedIn, so you can type my name and connect, and it will be a pleasure. I'm always happy to speak about sustainability.
Excellent. Excellent. Brilliant. Yes, not only do you speak about sustainability, but you make it so easy and guilt free. That's what I love about you, actually. There are a lot of voices out there who speak about sustainability and environment and business, but there's always this doom and gloom about it. And you make it so easy that it's manageable and again, easy to integrate into our lifestyle. So thank you. Thank you for that, Natasha. And we wish you all the best, really.
Thank you.
Continue with those great habits. And, who knows? Maybe we'll see you running some kind of round table live, right? Anything is possible now. Anything.
Yeah, it's really about step by step.
That's right.
In fact, with sustainability, it was really the same process. 10 years ago,
Mm.
I was in a really different mindset. That's the reason I also say to people, well, do what you can,
Mm.
do what makes sense for you, even it's small, because even it's a small thing, it's a change. And yes, we are not talking about sustainability, but during my journey to be more sustainable, 10 years ago, I will not
Mm.
imagine that
Mm.
I will reach where I am today.
Mm.
I changed a lot of things. And at the beginning, I was just concerned about waste. And now I have also changed a little bit my diet. So
There you go. There you go.
who knows?
Who knows? Absolutely. It only takes a little spark. Thank you so much, Natasha. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.